Hello, welcome to my stream. My name is James, and we are here to build the new Indiana Jones Temple of the Golden Idol. So let's go ahead and start off by taking a look at the box. It's got that classic Lego black that they're using a lot right now for the more adult line. It's also got really good artwork of Harrison Ford on the side. Really good detail on the back, kind of shows some of the playability, how the set comes apart, light up features, the door, the boulder, the swing, all the classic things from the beginning of Raiders. So let's get this guy open and see how she looks. More information about how they're picking from plastic bags to paper bags. Just a little info there. I don't see anything outside the instruction manual bag or packet. So by getting all of our bags sorted out, see what we got. Hi, Sadie. Thanks for tuning in. This Lego set costs $159.99, if I remember correctly. I got it at the Lego store April 1st when it came out. There was quite a few people lined up for the new Indiana Jones set, so I was lucky enough to get mine. Very happy. All right, so there's 10 bags in all, 10 numbered bags, but there are more, than just 10, because there are two, number 5 bags, 2 number 4 bags, 2 number 1s, but like 1 number 2 and 1 number 3 and so on. So the numbering system is here and there. Got our stickers. Yay, boo. Not sure how you feel about them. I'm not a sticker fan myself, but I understand what purpose they serve in the community. Pretty basic instructions. Got just the plain white with the Raiders of the Lost Ark poster work. Hello, A. Thank you. So, not sure how everybody else likes to build out there. Depending on what I'm building, depends on if I do any sorting. Usually the larger the set, the more I'll sort. The smaller the set, I'll just kind of go at it. How do you build? Tell me in the comment line. Thank you. Thank you, A. Yes, I do enjoy building the minifigures. I know there's some people out there that they are all about the minifigures. I know there are some people out there that they are less than thrilled at having to put together minifigures. I do not have any qualms with putting together minifigures. Doesn't bother me whatsoever. So, yes, you don't see me using the instructions. I have the instructions already downloaded on my computer, so I'll be building off of that. I prefer to download the instructions from lego.com instead of using the books. It just saves a little space on my workstation in front of me. Having to constantly mess with the book does get a little irritating over time. So, all right. Now, if you've got questions, I'll do the best I can to answer. This is my very first time doing any kind of streaming, so I may or may not make mistakes. So I'll do the best I can. The largest Lego set I've ever built Technically, I'd count the world map. It's technically the largest at over 10,000 pieces. I built the Colosseum with my wife. We did a team build some years back. So I think that's probably the largest overall in the Colosseum. The largest individual one I've got for Star Wars is probably, I'd have to check the numbers, the UCS Millennium Falcon, the AT-AT, depending on, there are 4 figures in this box. You got Belloc, Indiana Jones, Satipo, and one of the Jovitos warriors. You also get a skeleton. I don't really count those. What's the largest set you've ever built, eh? How many Lego have I collected over the years? Well, that's a big number. I've done a lot with my collection as far as buying and then getting rid of it to make room in my collection for more collection. You're kind of always growing in the collection. Best thing to do sometimes is just let your collection pay for itself, buying and selling. But I got my very first Lego Star Wars set back in 2001, and it was Lego Yoda, the UCS Yoda back here. And he's been broken down and rebuilt once or twice just for cleaning purposes. But other than that, he's had no problems whatsoever. Yeah, way, way, way too many to count. Yes, very much. Sadie, what's your favorite build that you've done? What's your favorite Lego set that you've built recently? Or have you built anything recently? Yeah, the fact that you can take a Lego set apart, clean it, rebuild it, it stands the test of what Lego is. It's a great product that it really lasts the test of time. The bricks that were made back in the 1950s, they still work with the bricks that were made yesterday. So it's a really great product as far as being able to do so many more things with it. Build it, rebuild, displaying. There's so much you can do with the product that collecting other things you kind of get stuck in. You can collect figures from like Hasbro or Hot Toys or Sideshow or anything Hasbro. The groups, but unless you really know anything about kit bashing or putting figures together to make new figures, you're kind of stuck with the figure you got. I mean, you got to use your imagination to have a good time with that figure and things like that. But it can be very complicated as far as wanting to do other things with it. Sadie, you got Wally. Wally and Eve Brickheads. So the first part I'm putting together, this appears to be, go back in the image. This is going to be the boulder scene. So this is right when he goes into the entrance. This is going to be the opening of the temple, and then the boulder is going to be connected on a Technic pin, and it's going to look like it rolls up the ramp. Will look just like this. So when it's all done, it'll look like that. And that'll be the first three bags. So Lego has gotten really good now that they do the bag system. They started that back in the early 10s. Before that, you used to have to sort the whole thing by hand, no matter what the size. So you bought a 5,000 piece Millennium Falcon back in the day. You spent the first week sorting it, which was way complicated and way annoying at times. Now you can obviously build sets a lot faster by using the bag system. And it also makes it easier to kind of come and go from a project. You can build 2 or 3 bags, work on something, then walk away. Let's see. So this set is around 1,500 pieces. Let's see, it's 1,545 pieces. I usually build around 45 pieces an, or I'm sorry, 500 pieces an hour, depending on the complexity, if there's Technic involved or not. Sometimes it can get a little slower, but I'm estimating it'll probably take around 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours minimum. Also, obviously keeping and chatting with people. We'll see how that goes and how that impacts the build time as well, because I want to make sure I'm chatting with you folks and having a good time. I'm very excited to finish this build. I've been staring at it for the last 20 days and basically just chomping at the bit. I usually like to build things right away when I get them. I don't like to wait. So patience was definitely a virtue on this one. I've also got the new Star Wars helmets that came out back in March. I haven't built those either because I'm, again, holding those for potential channel building streaming as well. So been sitting on those. So it's you got to teach yourself to be patient and not just go at it. Yeah, 3 bags and walk away. So I mean, how nice is it to be able to build 3 bags and walk away instead of worrying about losing pieces or having to move all those sorted items. It's just easier to be able to get up and walk around, take a break, build with your kids, things of that nature. Build until your eyes are crossed, huh? Yeah, I'm a completion person. I usually like to sit down and build the entire thing start to finish. I don't do a lot of stopping in between. It's just kind of how I am. But I've just gotten used to that. When I was a kid, you had to, if you were working on something or you're playing something, you had to either finish it, because when it was time to put it away, you had to put it away. There was no set it aside and come back to it in a few hours. There was, you had to break it down and put it back in the bin. So if I didn't finish my build or my whatever I was doing as a kid, I had to be done and walk away. So I was like, well, I'm going to get it always done. That way I can get the completion sensation, I guess, as you would call it. What's everybody's favorite set out there? Anybody got any favorite themes? Anybody got a favorite set right now? Stuff that they're working on, they're building, or they're excited to buy and build? Huawei. Lego did a good job on this one. They actually printed tiles for the front the front of the placard in some areas. The stickers with the quotes, they are the tiles with the quotes. They're stickers this year. In the past, some of the Star Wars sets, I thought that they were tiles. I'm pretty sure they were tiles. So it's a little bummer to see them as stickers. Stickers can be a challenge. Hello, Braden. Those are nice tiles. Thank you. Thank you. They are. I will keep up the great work. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Sadie. I appreciate that. It's been a long time since I've built in front of anybody, live. I used to build at the Phoenix Comic Con that was here in Arizona. I partnered with the 501st, and that weekend, Memorial Day weekend, they usually ran it. We would sit and build Lego, and we put all the big UCS sets on display that we owned in our private collection. Some, my friends and I, coworkers, we would we put everything on display, and we just sit and build, and we talk to people as they came and basically just ask questions. Basically, it was the OG live streaming. Thank you, Braden. Appreciate that. All right, so we got through the Big Technic section right here. This is going to be how the boulder rolls down. So you'll be able to turn the gear here at the front. I believe that's the front. And that'll roll the boulder automatically. So there'll be a little piece here that when you turn it, roll down, and then you turn it, it'll put it back. So it's a very interesting concept compared to the OG way that they did the original set, which was just that little plastic, that little gray plastic ball that just rolled down 2 black tubes. And when we're all done, I will pull out the original Temple Escape, which I have on the shelf just over there next to the Golden Idol. And we will take a look and see how it looks. Do I remember the first set I built? The first set I ever built, I do not remember. Probably some small little McDonald's Happy Meal thing or something small. I didn't have a lot of Lego as a kid. I had a lot of loose bricks, but not really sets. The first large set that I got, or good size set that I got, it was the Caribbean Clipper from the Pirates line. I loved the pirate theme when I was a kid. And I got that for my birthday one year, and that's the only big Lego set I really ever got as a kid. But I loved it. I loved building it, taking it apart, rebuilding something else, rebuilding it. By the time I was, by the time I finally got done playing with Lego and things like that, of playing with that whole set, years later, I was able to build that set without any instructions whatsoever. So I built that thing so many times that I just memorized it, and I loved it. The only thing I had a hard time with was the string to put the sails up with, because I was a small kid and trying to tie small string was not exactly my strengths in life. So you see how those tiles went onto the front. So when that gear here turns, it's got that nice tile work here. You see how that really turns out really nice with the printed elements instead of stickers, because I don't have to worry about trying to get it straight, which is always a challenge. Anybody out there a perfectionist? They got to get those stickers on straight and not go crazy at an angle. Thank you. Thinking back on it now, it is impressive, because as I've gotten older, my memory has gotten worse. I've jokingly told people I'll probably forget more important things than some people will ever remember. Yes, the movie The Road to El Dorado, the DreamWorks movie, that is a fantastic flick. I love that movie. And yes, Braden, I have built Lego lightsabers. This is a Lego Luke's lightsaber, I believe, if I remember correctly. I've also got Vader, Anakin, Obi-Wan. So I've got lightsabers, and it's a pretty close comparison, 1-to-1. This is the Legacy lightsaber from Disneyland, and this is the Lego lightsaber that I got from D&B Bricks. I can put a link to where I got that on eBay in the comments below, or link below. So if you guys are interested, check his stuff out. They're way, way cooler than some of the GWPs we've gotten from Lego in the past. Like we got Yoda's lightsaber, which was fantastic, but then the Luke's lightsaber that we got, it felt a little too small. It just felt smaller than normal. Hi, May. Yes, the Lego BB-8. So this is the Lego BB-8 that came out some years back. It's been retired for a while as well. Cool thing about it is you can kind of turn the head around. there's a gear on the side that when you turn it, his little mechanical arm will come out, and he can flick up the little thumbs up torch that he gave Finn in The Force Awakens. So it's a very cool little set. Goes great with obviously the R2 BB unit, Dio, Yoda, Grogu. Looks really good. So thanks for the comments, guys. These are great. I'm really having a good time just chatting and answering your questions. They are very cool. The guy who makes them, if I remember correctly, they're over in the UK, which UK usually has a little bit of an easier time getting access to some Lego, just because they're closer to obviously Denmark, and the rules and everything like that are a little different on how they are able to get bricks at times. But he also does, he just does amazing work. And if you guys are interested, put it in the comment line, DM me on the Instagram account at DarthBricks42. We can do live stream builds of the lightsabers. I'll take them down, I'll take them apart, we'll rebuild them with the instructions that were provided. And, that way you guys can check them out and see if there's something you guys are interested in buying from that particular customizer. I also do a lot of, I look at Rebrickable a lot. Love shopping Rebrickable just to look at what else people are making with these sets. There are so many talented people out there. They'll make a Lego set. They'll take the Lego set that Lego created, and they'll give you an alternate set of instructions using the exact same pieces. You don't have to add anything to it. Sometimes there's less pieces. You'll use less, but you don't usually have to add. Or they've got ones where you can add to it and expand upon it. And those are absolutely fascinating. Like, I just recently took two of the Iron Man Lego sets that are currently still available at .com, and the Arishem set from the Eternals that's on clearance. Everywhere it's on sale. You combine two of those together and you can make a very large Iron Man. So this is two of the Iron Man sets put together. And then you add the Arishem set for all the extra parts. And it even has a feature that lights up the arc reactor in the chest using the light brick. So that's a very cool thing. We can do if people are interested in that, we can do a build on this as well. I'll tear it down. We'll rebuild them. So if that's something you're interested in, again, hit me up in the comment line. Hit me up on Instagram in the DM. Be happy to, build some stuff and show you guys what coolness is out there from Lego. Most people don't realize how many different things you can do with these things. It's not just, build it and forget it, or, build it and move on. There is a ton of things you can do with Lego besides stepping on it. Yeah, Elena is going to do she's taking the Camaro, the 1969 Camaro that Lego came out with, and she's going to turn that into the 2022 Batmobile, the most recent one. It's a really good looking build. So I'm really excited to see how that comes out when you're done. If you guys have any questions or want to see anything close up than what I'm doing, just toss it up in the comment line. I'll be happy to show you and, walk you through. Yeah, so it's Lego has light bricks, and there'll be a light brick in this set as well. The guy who designed that, he figured it out that to put it in the chest just perfectly, and then when you can pull a compartment open in the back, flip forward a little piece, and then when you close it, it turns it on. But when you open the compartment, you move another Lego brick back and then close it, and it doesn't activate it. So you can have it on. Those batteries and those things are just button cell batteries. They don't really last super long, but they're a very cool way of being able to show it. It's a very fast way to turn it on and off. So kudos to the gentleman that built that. And like I said, you can check him out on Rebrickable. I don't have his name off the top of my head. Wasn't quite, sure what to expect at all moments. So I don't have, names and things like that. But like I said, he's on there. It's really easy to find. Just look at the mocks for Iron Man or the rebuild options, alternative options. Largest set I've ever built is probably the world map. I don't really count that too much as a Lego set, so we'll probably falter over to the Coliseum. My wife and I built that as a team a couple years ago for Christmas. I'm looking forward to doing the Titanic. That is a bucket list set for me. I've always loved the Titanic as far as the history. So I'm really looking forward to doing that in the soon future, hopefully. Hi, Wyatt. Thanks for joining the group. Hold on. I'll just it's 4. It's 8. Yeah, it's 8. 8. Got it. I can count. I'm here. All right. How many Lego Android have you built from Star Wars? Well, we've got BD1, the original UCS R2D2, not a UCS R2D2. Now, when I say UCS, there's going to be debate because UCS's original 10,000 series was always considered UCS. They kind of changed the rules on that. So to me, it was a UCS because when it came out, it was set as a UCS. R2D2 from a couple years ago, I think is the 2020 May the 4th. Dio from The Rise of Skywalker, BB-8, Yoda, the new Yoda that they came out with. That's kind of hit or miss for some people. I got Grogu, and then I got a Porg. I've built the Technic B1 battle droid. I've done a custom B1 battle droid that I'm still working on completing. So I like droids. I like battle droids. They're fun. I haven't ever built a C-3PO. Not that big a fan of yellow, I guess. Ultimate Collector Series is what UCS stands for. Then there's the MBS Master Builder Series, which is like the Cloud City that came out some years back. The Hoth Battle that came out years ago. And they've kind of gone all over the place as to what they start calling things. Everything got a name, and everything gets its name upgraded over time. It's just the way of the world. Pokemon collection. Are you trying to do the actual figures? Or are you just trying to do the balls, or what are you trying? What are you trying to do specifically? The cards. Oh, you're collecting the cards. I mean, best suggestion I can think is treat it like Beanie Babies. Treat it like Funko. Get it while the getting's good. But if you see the market fluctuate, maybe jump out. But if you're trying to, collect them, I'd say obviously collect them like you would baseball cards. Have the sleeve holders for them, your rare containers, and then you also want to make sure that you're getting, you get them graded. If you get them graded, you can that will increase their value if that's what you're really looking to do. So I just got done building the spikes that killed Satipo at the end of the whole adventure together. They also took out Curacao, who was a competitor of Indy. Got there first, but he was not as smart as Indy, so he bought the farm. Does anybody has anybody watched Indiana Jones? Is anybody excited for the new movie? What's your favorite Indiana Jones movie? Do you have a favorite character from Indiana Jones? So go to the middle and the edge. Oops, this part. Probably will do that a lot tonight. Miss parts. But that's okay. We're here to have fun. We're here to build and have fun. Corner goes like there. No, that can't be right. I can do this. I promise. Got one over too much. There we go. Now I got it. I figured it out. I'm SMRT. All right. There are currently 4 Indiana Jones movies you can watch. The 5th one, The Dial of Destiny, will be out in June 30th. I have no idea about grading anything. You might want to, double check like the internet just to see what they're saying. I'm not sure how to grade cards or things of that nature. First one is Raiders. Oh, Sadie, you've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. I made you. Don't try that with me. Yeah, we watched it when I visited last August. I think I fell asleep. Probably. I don't know. How can you fall asleep watching Indiana Jones? But not sure if a lot of people know this or not. For watching the Indiana Jones movies, you can watch them 2 ways if you wish. You can watch them in chronological in the theaters in the world, or you can watch them in chronological order as to the years in Indy's life. Raiders of the Lost Ark is set in 1936, I believe. And Temple of Doom, the second in the chronological released line, is the time frame is 1934. It's actually set prior. It's set as a prequel to Raiders. Most people don't realize that right away, and they just watch it. They don't realize it. Everyone's like, "Well, what happened to Marion, and what happened to this person, that person?" It's like, well, technically, in the chronological time, they weren't around. He hadn't found the Ark of the Covenant. Spoiler alert: he hadn't found the Ark of the Covenant by when he did Raiders, technically, or when he did Temple of Doom. That's cool. So they got the printed tile skull on the round 2x2, and then when you put it in, we slot it in for the Technic line. So it controls the ball. You turn that, and that's a very cool print. Always say kudos to Lego for printing things. All right, so bag 1 is complete. Not bad. Always got little tiny pieces left over. If you have a large piece left over, anything bigger than like a 1x1 stud or 1x1 tile, or plate, like this is a 1x1 plate. If you have anything usually much bigger than that, you might want to go back and check your instructions, as you're not supposed to ever have anything larger than those little tiny pieces. Does anybody ever know why they get those tiny pieces? Why you get extra little tiny pieces in Lego sets? Any theories out there? A couple people probably should know what it is. All right, it's Curacao. Everybody having a good day? Everybody having a lot of fun? Staying safe, enjoying the weather, wherever you're at? Good. Good. All right. One green leafy piece. Anybody worked on any mocks lately? Built anything custom? Their own creations? If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. We're all about having a good time, chit-chatting and talking about Lego and other fun things. And by the way, the reason you get extra pieces in sets when you buy them is weight. Those pieces just weigh so little that they don't get measured properly. So they just add 2 instead of 1 because of the computers, machines that are putting it all together. That's how it was explained to me all those years ago, which sure or not makes logical sense. I got this shirt from Disney.com. You can still get it. It's from the 40th anniversary of Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, but you can still get it from Shop Disney. Sometimes they put it on sale. Sometimes you can get free shipping over $75 orders. Of course, wearing an Indiana Jones shirt, building an Indiana Jones set. I'm just not wearing my Indiana Jones hat because, you know, I don't want to scare everybody off by going full nerd on my first video. That'll all come later. Yes, because Star Wars is not full nerd. Butterfly knife out of Lego is pretty cool. Was that complicated to do? Build a butterfly knife out of Lego? I already did that part, James. Move on. Moving on. Moving on. Well, you were able to figure something out and problem solve a way around it, so that's very cool. It's always a problem I've had when I'm building. Is like when I want to custom build something, I usually don't have the parts, or I don't have the right colors. So what I'll do is I'll just build the item using all the wrong pieces, all the wrong colors, and then I'll replace the colors over time to make it correct. And that way I've got the design and everything built, and then I just replace it as I go. That works for me. Playskool telephone. That I know is a very cool looking item. Seen some of those old school play telephones built. I'm enjoying all the colors. I've got nice greens, vines, and leaves, and palm fronds. I like that they're doing really good about keeping color in the sets. The old version just basically had one version type of green. It's cool. I like the fully functional part. Anybody like to do anything special or specific while they're building? Usually, if I'm obviously not doing this, I like putting on a program from what I'm building. Like if I was building this, I'd have Raiders on in the background. So I'd have that on while I was building. If I was doing a Star Wars set, I liked having Star Wars on, Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Andor, those wonderful programs. Music's always good. Absolute silence also works. There's no wrong way to build, to be honest. I haven't tried any of the Lego podcasts out yet. They do those for some of the more art style sets and some of the other line, but I've never done any of the Lego podcasts that you can download from the instructions or get the link to where they're at from the instructions. I might do it again in the future. Just check it out, see what it's all about. You know, if you've done it, what do you think? Flying through. Almost done with bag 2. Oops. If you're going to build, always make sure you have your handy dandy brick separator with you. They're good for more than just taking Lego bricks apart. They're actually fantastic for helping you put Lego stickers on the sets. Helps kind of keep your hand steady to a degree. Like, you know, I'm older, so my hand shakes a little bit more than it used to. Gives me also a little clearance because I got fat fingers because I'm a full-grown adult. Frasier. Well, I'm listening. You looking forward to the reboot of that? It's supposed to be coming out. I think it's supposed to be coming out this year, maybe next. Excited to see how they kind of transform that show back. Rap and hip hop. Any favorite artists? Anybody? Is it you have a go-to? Like, I've had a crazy day. I need to bust out my jams. Come on, I can do this. Frasier Brickheads would be epic. I did see that Lego Ideas mock that somebody put together for the apartment, but it did not receive enough love and support, so it was taken down after its allotted time. But Frasier's Apartment is a set I would love to see, along with, you know, the Central Perk, The Office. You know, I love those sets. I think they're beautiful. I got the Office for Christmas, and you know, I built that really quick. The only thing that killed me was it had like a billion stickers, but it is what it is. Boo. What? Come on. All right. And remember what I said about if you have a piece left over, you did something wrong? Let me go back really fast and figured out what I did wrong. I will have to let you know later, CD. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I missed this piece early. There's okay, so it's two. So here and there. Okay, I got it now. It's to give the statue face right here a little more of a grr look. So all we got left are these two little pieces, so we know we're good. So we can move on to bag 3. We're almost done with bag 3. Oh, we get to come to our first minifigure character build of the night. We have got the Javito Warrior. And we've got the Despicable Belloc. That we got a bow and arrow, but I think it would have been cooler that they shot. So that was kind of neat. And then Belloc comes with the standard old Lego revolver pistol. So we got our first 2 minifigs, which actually have excellent printing on their bodies. Back print for the Javito's Warrior. Back print with a sweat stain for Belloc, so that's kind of cool. All right. Now it looks like we're going to get into the meat and potatoes part of the actual boulder build. So I'm literally looking forward to seeing how they came up with this mechanism. It's a large technical part. I saw a video on Instagram of a kid who made a big, massive temple escape from Indiana Jones, and he had like actual functioning boulders made from Lego that rolled down, and they would go back into the back of the build, and they would go through a conveyor belt, then up a chute system, and then drop down again along, in order. So it was really cool that he came up with that, and was able to figure out all the the technical aspects of it. Really fascinating thing. If you haven't seen it, go try and find it. Check it, try and search them on YouTube, or try and find them on Instagram. But the people that come up with some of these mocks, they're just absolutely, they're the secret geniuses of the community. Like, I've never seen anything like them, and what they're able to come up with. So thank you to those people. You guys continue to make everything with Lego very interesting. Oh, boo about the Fraser apartment. Sorry. Yeah, I got lost in my own thoughts. I don't like spiders, so it's definitely not the tarantulas. But I do absolutely love when Indy is standing in front of the pedestal, and you just get that iconic looking at it, kind of rubbing the beard, calculating the weight of the idol in his mind with the bag of sand, and then trying to do the switch. And then the moment of joy and triumph in his mind, thinking, I did it. And then as he stands to turn, the temple starts to collapse, and he just realizes that he's in a world of Pudu, and he's just got to run, and he has to run. All the little arrows and are shooting out of the walls at him, as he's basically just running it. And then obviously nothing is much more iconic than the boulder scene when he's running out and he sees the boulder starting to come. So he can't go in any other direction. There's no, Prometheus school of running away from things. He's got to literally outrun it and then dive for the exit to save his own skin. So I think that's my favorite scene, to make a long story even longer, because it just means so much. It's also the very first time we ever get to, see Indy like really going and doing his action scene instead of being all quiet in the very beginning. It's just a very stoic beginning to the movie that sticks with me. I said it. Raiders is one of my all-time favorite movies, if not, right up there as my favorite. It was released summer of 1981. I was born right before it came out, so it and I have got something in common. I've been around just about as long as it has. Or actually, I've been around just a little bit longer than it has. Okay, let's take a look at the mechanism. It goes under, over, and then like that. Once we get everything connected with the mechanisms here in a moment, I will show you exactly what I'm doing, so you'll get a better idea of the complexity of what I'm looking at. All right, there we go. So that's what basically the gear on the front turns and it'll roll. So the boulder will roll along the tooth channel, but it had to get all that stuff put together. Technic is a very complex thing to build with. If you've got skills to build with Technic and do it well, again, kudos. You're way up on me. I've really only used Lego brick for my building, with the exception of obviously building things that require Technic. I don't really get into Technic all that much. All right, so we're building the boulder here. Yay, boulder time. This rocks. Bad joke. I will sort on a larger build. Like if it's got more than like 2 bags, I will sort the pieces. But this is like 1 bag of parts. It's very easy to just kind of spread it out and then just look down at it and find what I need. But if I'm building like the Coliseum, and it was like, okay, bag 9 has 5 bags. It's like, okay, I'm going to sort the whole thing, because I'm sitting there with I can be sitting there looking at hundreds of pieces, and it can make my brain go insane. Yes, rock, 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 rock. Any of you Galaxy Quest fans out there? Rock, rock. Galaxy Quest is an awesome movie. Started out as a spoof and became an iconic movie. It was so funny. I was working at a movie theater when that movie came out, and I absolutely loved it. I watched it so many times in the theater. Because that's what you do when you're a nerd, right? You just keep watching nerd stuff. All right. Now, this is a 4-parter. So all 4 parts are going to be the exact same. So I'm going to build those real fast. So looks like the top of the rock is unique, the way this top connected. I'm not really sure why or if. And then it calls for the other 4 sides to be quickly built all identically, which will almost look identical to the first one I built. Nothing worse than getting to the end of a build, and at the very end it says ×2 or ×3, and I could have done that already. So when you're building a set, it's never a bad thing to kind of peruse through the instructions and look for duplication areas that kind of give you a heads up as to what you're going to be going at. It's a good thing to give us brick separators in like every single set, or I wouldn't own 40,000 of them. But hey, when they come in handy, they come in handy. I've been seeing a lot of art lately where people are using brick separators to actually make like alternative sets or to make little fun things. It's actually really cool. Quite impressive what people can come up with. Anybody else have any more questions out there? See anything you have a question about, or just something coming to mind? All right. No, I done broken it. It's also my favorite thing about Lego is when I break it, I can very quickly and very easily fix it. You know, without gluing. Gluing's a sin. Don't glue anything. I'll show you how sad people get when people glue things. All right, so this is a pattern. And this one should be. All right. One boulder. All right. Oh, that's really cool. It actually locks it in place. And when you turn the gear, it rolls down on its own. So you can turn it back, locks, and it'll chase Indy right out the front of the temple. So that's really cool. Again, kudos and props to Lego. They are masters of their craft. They're really good at this stuff. Just line that up so the sticker's correct. Oh, that is so cool. So cool. So very, very cool. Love it. Yeah. Remember what I said about having chunky fingers? So that'll do it for the first 3 bags. So we're through our first diorama set piece. That'll connect along here, to the next set. So we'll go ahead and set that aside for now, because we are a lion. Looks like the next set is going to be the next section is the swing and the door closing down. Anybody who remembers, obviously Indy had to make the swing across the chasm with Safito, and obviously he had to make that back. And then when he's trying to run away, he's got to get through because the door is closing on the collapsing temple. So that's very cool. Sorry about that. I was reading a text message. is. Found it. I found it. All right. All right, so this section is going to be really fun because it also is it's like the angle of the set as well. So imagine it's the center and the other two pieces are more angled, so it kind of makes a crescent shaped look as you're putting it all together. So instead of it just being like a straight line, which Lego could have done, they kept that nice arc to the set, so it has a curvature, a nice little curve appeal, which I think is a nice touch. There's the connections pieces. There we go. Start getting back into some Technic pieces here and there. Anybody watching any sports programs right now? Anybody go to any recent movies? Check out anything fun? Got any future plans or trips coming up? Anything exciting? Don't be shy. We can talk about anything. The world or the show is your oyster. I do like what Lego is putting out. I think the sets that they are designing are really cool. I do get the size fatigue. I know it's real, and I do agree with it here and there. But I'll be honest, I used to work for Lego a long time ago, and when I was there, the biggest complaints we always got was that the sets were never big enough. That, you can make it bigger and go into detail. Well, it looks like Lego finally went bigger and went into detail, and now everyone's kind of complaining about the size and the price. My question is, what do you think was going to happen when they made it bigger? You make a bigger house, costs more money. You make a bigger car, costs more money. Now they're making these bigger Lego sets, and people are not really sure what to say. And, it's just kind of the nature of the beast. I have watched some of the Lego Master Builders show. I really love checking it out. I don't usually watch it live. I'll usually go back and watch a recap because I love to see what the sets are that they come up with, the custom builds. I'm not much for drama, reality TV kind of programs. I know that it's a show that they're trying to kind of do that with. Trying to make tense and exciting. It's just the nature of things. It's not really my ultimate style, but I love what they're doing. I think Will Arnett's a hilarious host. He was awesome in the Lego Batman movie. He was great, obviously, in the Lego movie as Batman. So those are all very cool. But the manufactured drama of a show is not really in my wheelhouse. But I love and appreciate what they're doing. Bringing Lego to the masses the way they are, making it more mainstream, reminding people it's fun. It's fine to be a builder, and you can be that at any age. You can grow up to strive to be a builder, and it's not just for kids. You can rub people the wrong way. I just think he's funny because I hope he's just doing the role and not taking it serious, not taking himself too serious. Loved him in Arrested Development. I thought he was absolutely bonkers hilarious in that, just kind of that aloof member of the family. Always remember, there's money in the banana stand. It's always an important thing to remember. All right, so we'll move on from Will Arnett since the consensus is nobody likes him except me. So who would you have host Lego Masters if not Will Arnett? Henry Cavill? Chris Evans? I know what you're thinking. I mean, I could be the host, but I got a face for radio, and I got a voice for silent pictures. So that's kind of how I see it. Is he trying so hard to be funny, or is that just the way they're writing his character? But he probably is just trying way too hard to be funny. So you need someone with that natural humor. Someone who's got that, that funniness. All right, we're making progress, going quick. I like progress. Progress is good. Oh, that goes away. All right. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes. Hey, I'd be happy to host. It'd probably be a heck of a lot cheaper, too. All right. Sad moment, friends. Stickers. All right. So we've got the quotes. We've got Indy and Satipo. I keep wanting to call him Sapito or Sapeto, like Indy actually did in the actual subtitles did in the movie, the original with the movie too. They called him by the wrong name. we've got our quotes. Satipo, when they see the idol sitting on the pedestal, there's nothing. Let's hurry. There is nothing to fear here. Indy, that's what scares me. It's that, yeah, it's right in front of us, which probably means there's big old booby traps. So, like I was saying, you can use these things to put the sticker on and then just put the tile down, and you can just line it up a little easier. Helps with steadying your arm. Helps with being able to see a little more of the tile. And just kind of tap it down in place, and you've got perfect application. Ta-da! If you learned anything today, you learned how to put a sticker on a Lego set. Congratulations. And boom. All right, that's it for bag 3. So this is the next set of the diorama look. This is going to be the swing portion. Obviously, there's going to be the gear here, which is going to do another functionality part. Got that really nice skull tile with the print, and then we've got our quote right there in the middle. Is it really loud when I open the bag? Does it really come loud on your guys' side? Looks right enough to me. Okay. Well, I appreciate any feedback. So if at any time you hear some weird noise or something crazy, just let me know. I'll adjust the microphone or tinker around with it. You know what would be great right now, though? Coffee. Anybody want to make me a latte? DoorDash, right? Like Grubhub, Uber Eats. Yes and no? You want to make me a latte, but you don't want to make me a latte? Is that what I'm hearing? Oh, here we go. The hunt and search method is failing me. Yes, I would like coffee too, but I don't want to make it either. I doubt you have no milk. So far, I'm having a great time, guys. I'm so happy that you guys were able to join me as we build the Indiana Jones Escape from the Temple of Golden Idol. Don't want to do that. Aha. Figured out what I'd done wrong. Stuff. That's teamwork. All right, we're just tearing through. It's going fast. I like those new pieces, these pieces. 1x2 with stud on the side. So instead of having it be the Technic hole with then having to put another Technic piece in, already done. That, I don't like those because I feel like they always artificially inflate set counts, how big a set is. And then I feel like that makes it awkward when you're trying to calculate. Sometimes when you're trying to calculate value in your head, how does this, break down? Some people still use the purity of the 10 cents a piece marking. Obviously, with Lego's recent increase in prices, that obviously changed a little bit. Feels a little bit more like around 13 cents a piece, especially for the licensed stuff. So if you're sitting around 13 cents a piece on licensed items, not terrible. Obviously, I'd love to get as much as I can for as less as I can, because I like many of you do not have unlimited resources. But I get it. Lego has been around for a long time. All the years that I worked with the company, we never really saw any price hikes. And I was with the company for around 6 years or so, and we never saw price hikes. We never saw price jumps. You always see a set that here and there that has a price quantity that you're like, that's just built odd on the cost 2-piece ratio. But it was more the exception than the rule. But then I also don't mind paying my money to Lego. I like buying my product directly from Lego. I know I could probably save a few bucks if I bought it on the aftermarket, or if I bought it from another company, or if I bought it from, Tom, Dick, or Harry. But I like supporting Lego directly. One reason is I kind of know where the money's going with Lego currently. Right now it's not a publicly owned company; it's private. They do great things for the nation of Denmark. They donate quite a bit of the money that they make. Like, I want to say around a quarter of their profits. Back in the day, a quarter of the profits they were donating to to charities and to other programs around the world to help children, and that's fantastic. Lego does a lot for underprivileged communities. So when you're buying from them, you're supporting them. I know that you're buying from Amazon. Technically, you're still pseudo supporting Lego, because Lego obviously sells their product to Amazon, and then Amazon sells it to you. But I don't know. It's just I like buying it directly from them. Nothing wrong with me. Nothing right with me either. right, so we're coming together really fast. You can see it's getting built up a lot quicker. We're going to have, let's see, this will be obviously the swing. And what was this other part? Oh, that part is the little mosaic piece they had in the background when Indy was going to when he was standing there looking across the room at the idol. They had a nice little mosaic looking piece in the background, or art looking piece in the background. It was really cool. Does anybody know what the original character's name was before George Lucas named him Indiana Jones? Anybody know who the character was originally named for? Who he was named after? Obviously, spoiler alerts if you don't know. But so originally, when George came up with the idea, it was Indiana Smith. And, it was just the working name he came up with. And he named the character after his dog. George Lucas's dog was named Indiana. So they actually worked that into the last movie, The Last Crusade, where Sallah is asking Henry Jones Sr., Junior, what's with this Junior? And he goes, Henry Jones Jr. And he points over, and here Indy goes, I like Indiana. And he goes, we named the dog Indiana. So Indy's name came full circle as the joke in The Last Crusade, which is funny. It's very funny. A dog. But so he came up with the title, Indiana Smith, and he was trying to wrangle Steven Spielberg along with it. So, basically doing the whole, I got this great property. Steven always wanted to direct a Bond film. So he's like, I got something better. Basically, it's American James Bond-esque. James Bond without the gadget, I think, is how he sold it to him. But it's all very, it's cool. The history of Indiana Jones is very cool. George Lucas did a lot to, he's kind of fleshed the character out completely before we ever really got going on it. He was so passionate about the project and the character, and that's fantastic. If you have the chance, it's on YouTube. You just have to go look and find it. But you can go back and watch the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, which is really cool because it basically picks up with Indy when he's basically around a small boy, but then he jumps around. So each story is self-contained, and he's a small boy. Small boy in one episode. Next episode, he's a teenager, about 16 years old. But it kind of covers some of the stuff he talked about in the movies. I think this was done in like 1992, 1993, somewhere around that time frame. And but you hear him talk about in some of the movies, like when he was in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and he's telling Mutt about how he picked up some of the language that they were hearing when he was riding with Pancho Villa, and Mutt was doing the whole like the Pancho Villa. And and he's like, yeah. So, but the show, the episode, Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, kind of covers that. How he, was fighting with the Mexican army after he was kidnapped by Pancho Villa. He saw the cause was worthy, and he wanted to join in and do the right thing in his character's in his mind, and so he jumped in, and then shows him when he was in World War One. He lied about his identity and his age and joined the Belgian army to help try and end that conflict, because it was raging out of control. And obviously, for anybody who knows anything about that, that was a very dark time in our history as people. All right, still just tearing through, making good time, good progress. Wahoo. Coming along. See, like how they did the actual brick build. Instead of using stickers for that, they use the half. They use a half 2x2 tile. So that's a much nicer way of doing a build instead of stickers. So kudos again to the designers for coming up with a really good looking way of displaying, showing off the architecture of the build. And love this. So, we got all these headlamp bricks right here. And so what it does is we put these tiles in, and it makes the stones look countersunk into the wall. Another really good looking build design. And then the bigger tiles, obviously you can't countersink them as easily, so they stick out. So they've got a little more of a 3D pop to them, which again, really cool look to come up with. Stones look countersunk into the wall. Another really good looking build design. And then the bigger tiles, I think look at that, I got what I wanted. My DoorDash Uber Eats coffee arrived from downstairs. Thank you, honey. See, Sadie, the power of positivity, and I was able to get coffee. Kept positive about it. I was like, I'm gonna get coffee. I need some coffee. And coffee appeared. Again, power of positive thinking. Love all the stonework here. They got the vines, really good looking vines. I like that. I like the contrast between the really dark green, the light lime green. There. So that created that nice little artwork mosaic that you got to see in the background. If you rewatch that scene in Raiders, you get to see it back there. And I mean, cool little detail like that. It's something that most people won't ever even notice. but just that really nice level of detail that they put into these movies, they put into these sets. It's just impressive. These guys have got a talent, an amazing talent. Oh, that's a sticker. How many? Two? Where's the second one go? All right, so we got more stickers to put on. These are going to be stickers number 1. Sticker. So like long stickers like this, they can be very tricky. So using the brick separator again, putting the item on a flat surface helps me see where the brick is going to, where everything sits. There's a challenge. You only get to do it once live. I hate editing videos, so I don't. That's why I like to do everything live. I can get one shot at getting it right and call it a day. And, obviously there's a lot of things in the background in the room. So if something anybody's interested in the future, we can always do a room tour. So everybody can, so we can kind of go around and talk about all the cool toys and props you see around sitting up behind me. My trip to Disneyland back in March was amazing. I went with one of my best friends. He and I have been talking about doing a Disneyland trip forever, but I had never been to Disneyland before this past October. I wanted to wait to go for my very first time with my kids. So I was able to go to Disneyland because my daughter said, I want to go to Disneyland for Halloween. So I said, man, that sounds fantastic. So talked to my wife and she made it happen. So I got to go for the very first time this last October, and my very first trip I got to go with my kids, which was something that made me extremely happy. Dream come true. But my last trip was awesome. I went with my best friend because we finally got to go and hang out. He gave me the grand tour. He's been going to Disneyland for ever. So he was able to walk me around, show me where a lot of the things were, all the little hidden secrets. We ended up on Fresh Baked. He's a streamer on YouTube who goes and gives a lot of updates and reports on the status and workings of Disneyland. If you haven't checked him out, Fresh Baked, he is very informative, very friendly. Love the positivity that he puts in his messages as well. All right, so we are done with bag 5. So this is where we are at with this section of the diorama. You can see that really neat little artwork. You can see the nice tile work, stone work across the jump. We've got our turn gear here, which you can kind of see the leaf moving. So when that leaf moves, that'll make the swing happen across. And they did a very simple job with the gear. It's just a very easy technique, a couple of technique levers, and you just, as you turn it, it goes back and forth. So it's coming along very quickly. We're going up to bag 6. And there are 2 bags for bag 6. I'm looking forward to going back to Disneyland again. I always think that people should go and have as much fun as they can at Disneyland. So I'm going to go back for my birthday and for the May the 4th celebration. So for those of you following, my plan is to do this every Thursday. May 4th is a Thursday, so there will be no stream on May 4th as I will be celebrating Nerd Star Wars Christmas. All right, so now we're working on Satipo. The legendary, wonderful actor Alfred Molina, when he was still very young, played this role. And at one time, when the Lego Prince of Persia sets came out, Alfred Molina became the first actor to have 3 minifigures made in his likeness. Obviously, Satipo from the original Temple Escape set, and then Doc Ock from the Spider-Man set, and I think it was the studios, and then obviously he was in Prince of Persia. So he was the first actor to have 3 Lego minifigures. So he's got good printing as well. He got his back. He's going to have some tarantulas on the back of his torso. He's got the dirty open shirt with the sweat stains around the tank top. And he's got a double face. He's got the terrified, and he's got the, he's doing his little, when Indy's doing the reach, he's kind of doing this in the background with the face. So I think they captured the likeness really good there for the set. So good job, Lego. All right. Ooh, gotta be careful. I almost skipped a whole page just building the minifigure and then moving on. Okay, here we go. Full speed ahead. So I'm going to Disneyland on May 2nd for the After Dark party. So we'll be able to go in, starting at 6 o'clock, you can go in, but after 9 o'clock, it's exclusively you and the people that obviously purchased the tickets. This is my birthday present this year from my wife. So thank you so much. It's going to be legendary. But you are also allowed to dress up. So I have got a Jedi costume. It basically just looks like Anakin from episode 3 with some slight variations like I don't have any hair, so I definitely won't look like him. No promises about cutting down younglings though. It all depends on if anybody's in my way for the rides. So I make no promises there. Other actors who have multiple minifigures. I mean, Harrison Ford alone he's got a couple. He's got obviously Indy. He's got Han Solo. I know that they're planning to have him play Thunderbolt Ross in the MCU, so he might get a figure for that one. Sam Jackson's got a couple. He's got 3 at least. He's got Jurassic Park. He's got Mace Windu. And then he's got Nick Fury. So there's 3 alone. Technically, if you want to start getting into the animated or voiceover, Chris Pratt's got 3. He's got the voice of Emmett. He's got Jurassic World. And he's got, obviously, Star-Lord. Then you start looking at, kind of goes down a very deep hole. But there's a lot of actors who have a lot of minifigures now. Back then, it wasn't super common. Lego didn't have that many licensing themes back in like 2010. They didn't have as many licensing themes as they do now. So they didn't partner terribly much. So for an actor to have multiple, it just meant that they were around a lot more. I love the fact that we got a minifigure of Sala. I'm sorry, the actor who plays Sala, his name escapes me. Now he's got at least two himself because he's Gimli from Lord of the Rings. So for anybody who's a Lord of the Rings fan out there, Gimli is the same actor as Sala from Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Dial of Destiny, and Last Crusade. Yes, I have a few minifigures of myself. I've done the build your own minifigure in downtown Disney. I've done it in Berlin. And the next time I go to New York, I'll do it there. But I have a minifigure of myself as a Lego employee. I get it, but it's out of reach right now, so I'm not going to get it. But it was gifted to me by my old store manager, Kevin Hinkle. When he was the store manager, he used to make store displays, and he used to make all the minifigures, the employees' minifigures. So when he moved on to a new store, grand opening in Texas, he gave me my minifigure out of the display. So that has always been something I've kept and treasured. He also made me a Cube Dude. First year we all worked together at Lego. We did Secret Santa, and he was mine. And he made me a Cube Dude, especially off of the Lego design program. They had this designed by me, I think was the name of it. And you could design something on Lego, pay to have it made. They would make the instructions, put it in a fancy box, everything like that, and send it to you. So he made me a Brickhead. Basically, well, it's a Brickhead. It's a Cube Dude, but it's the pre-runners of what Brickheads became. A guy started making these, and they were really cool. But he made whole bunches of them. If you go look them up, Lego even made all the Heroes of the Clone Wars and all the bounty hunters. They put them in special boxes that they only sold, I think, at celebrations or Comic Cons. I got both sets as a gift given to me by a friend many years ago. And one of these streams, I'll pull them out and show you guys. But that Cube Dude is me as a Lego employee is another one of my my pride and joys because it was a gift given to me by a friend. And it's myself as a Lego employee. I mean, how cool is that? I have seen people do the customization for Funko Pops now. I think that's a very cool thing to do as well. I think it's a great way for people to make something special for themselves, for other people. I love that kind of stuff. I love things that you can customize and put in your collection. And everybody should enjoy what they collect and enjoy what they build. One of the guys that I follow on YouTube and on Instagram, his name is Ryan. He does a channel called Jetta Patrol. But his motto is collect what you like, and I think that's one of the best little advice I've ever heard from somebody. Is like, collect what you like. So, my theory is build what you like. You like Lego, build what you like. You like Marvel, you like Princess, you like Friends, Ninjago, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, which is supposed to be making a good comeback this upcoming year. Obviously, the Rivendell set that just came out is really nice. The Brickheads that came out is really cool. But collect what you like. Collect what makes you happy. hot. All right. Well, I haven't seen I still think it's crazy when they use these big rock front pieces or rock face pieces. The old Indiana Jones set used quite a bit of those, but they're very large actually in comparison to the one I just showed. And they have like the green moss printed on them. They're like a dark gray or dark bluish gray, blah, blah, blah. Depends on how you PC you want to be with the PC names. Gray's gray, dark gray, light gray. I don't really care about the bluish portions. Coming along, you can start to see the detail and the wall is starting to come together. You can see the slot right here where the wall is going to go in. I was, Lego never officially announced. Lego never officially announced the Temple of Doom set, the re-release of the Temple of Doom set. So it's never really been canceled because it was never really confirmed or announced by Lego. But it's a bummer that we're not getting it. I wasn't wild about the set itself. I think that scene is very complicated to do in Lego. I'm more bummed out that we're going to miss out on the really cool figures. A new version of Short Round would have been cool. Big ups to the actor who actually played Short Round, just winning that Oscar recently. That was fantastic. And when Harrison Ford got to present for Best Picture and Everything Everywhere won, you can just see them meeting up on stage, and they're just so happy to see each other because that was one of the first times they'd seen had been around each other in person in a while. I think that might have been one of the first times they'd seen each other since they worked together on the movie. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on everything. If I'm wrong, it wouldn't even be the first time today. But I absolutely thought it was awesome. I'm not. If any of you aren't sure, the same kid who plays Short Round in Temple of Doom is the same actor that played Data in the Goonies, which is another wonderful, wonderful movie that they need to make a Lego set out of, because that would be absolutely amazing. That was in the ideas. It was in the ideas line a while back, but it never got. It got enough support from the fans. I think they got more than 10,000 support, but I don't think it was ever selected by the committee to be an actual contention set. It got beat out by something else. But more Goonies. Talk to my friends a lot, and I always say that a Goonies sequel would be awesome. Like, let's get a Goonies sequel out there, but then have it be the actors who played the kids, bring them back, and it's their kids that are having the adventure this time. And you can kind of see that torch being passed from one to the next. And I always say that kind of stuff is cool, but then we get things like the Last Vacation movie that came out where they, passed the torch and Rusty, and that was not good. So everything sounds great in theory, but it's a lot more complicated, I guess, in the real world. I guess there's a reason why I don't make $1 billion movies and stuff like that. On paper, everybody's got a great idea for a movie or a concept. But I digress. We're building one of the little stone statues. This is a very unique way for Lego to be building this statue. All being brick built instead of like a sticker. which I think is fantastic because it just shows off that much more of what you can do with Lego, and what these people are capable of coming up with out of their imaginations and programs. So, come on together. A couple more pieces, and I'll show you where we're at. Where's the light green? Light green, light green, light green. All right. Color. Haha! I used the wrong color in the wrong spot. There we go. I fixed that. So, yeah. Lego statistically, 1 out of every 10,000 sets, theoretically, statistically, is missing a piece. That's what they usually say statistically. So if you're ever missing a piece, just go back to make sure that you didn't use it somewhere else, because that's 9 times out of 10 we probably did. So this is the stone face. You can see how that. I mean, that's all made out of Lego, which is so cool. Instead of it just being a sticker, or because in the past, in the old one, it was a sticker on a wall. But this one, they built it, and they a unique, they use a Palisade brick as the mouth, so it's just a standard 1x2 Palisade, and they stick it in as the mouth, and then they use the pieces to make like the jewelries around the ears, and it's just so cool how they can think of this stuff. Do I crave anything while building? Coffee sometimes. I mean, I'm a full-grown adult male. I crave candy and sugar and ice cream all the time. I don't have to be building to do it. But an Oreo Blizzard sounds good, or a really good chocolate shake. If anybody I know works at Dairy Queen, that would be awesome. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know who you are. That's clever, Wyatt. How about English? Sorry, just getting tons of sport hoops ball on the playoffs. So I'll take a look at those later. But hey, if anybody knows how the Kraken are doing, I don't know if the game has started yet, but they're playing the Avalanche. So go Kraken. DoorDash doesn't work past 7:30. Yeah. I remember that. I don't need anything. Thank you. Trying to lose a little weight before I go to Disneyland. I'd like to look like a little bit of a thinner version of myself. Yeah, Wyatt, I got no idea what you were saying. You have to translate it. All right, next sticker. right. Hey, we're up to 9 watchers. I'm hoping everybody's having a good time. You want this teal brick separator? It's kind of a blue look on camera, but it's a teal. Sure, absolutely. You can have it. I got like 20. I got the old school green. I've got black. Got quite a few brick separators. Got tons of yellow, of course. I think everybody does. All right, so now we got that sticker put on. You can show that one. It's kind of like a Quetzalcoatl. I'm saying that wrong. I know I am. I'm a lot like my mother-in-law. I'm kind of a word assassin. Not the. All right, so this. Here. Okay, that's cool. Cool. All right. So I'll show you how that mechanism works here in a minute when I get the brick on the front. Black one is a large brick separator because it's designed to go with the art line. All right, we got our next gear. So it opens and closes our door. As you can see here on the back, just turning that gear. So this one, that's our rope swing. This is the opening and closing of our automatic door mechanism. So super cool. I love the interaction. I love the fact that it has interactive abilities instead of it just kind of being. Great job, LEGO team. You guys are amazing. Again, I got kind of fat fingers. It's a challenge for me at times. Actually, it's more of a challenge when I put the wrong part on. All right. All right, so now they got, the tree vines that are growing into the side of the hill or down from the top. So I whack myself on the head. Bad, James. Nope, we're back down to 5. Lego giveth and Lego taketh away. Sure, you can get a black separator, Sadie. Thank you, Braden. Appreciate the support. Just set that there for the second. Got the tree portion put on, so you can see it's really starting to come together. All right, and now we're doing the connection. All right, so we are almost 2/3 of the way done. Flying along in our progress. Really, all the credit goes to you guys. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you so much for joining me for this build and just, having a fun night of Lego and good conversation. Forgot to move that boulder forward so I can get my fingers in here. So they've got it all secured. They put a couple bricks in here that connect the two pieces, Technic piece here that connects it together. So it's actually quite a sturdy build compared to the old one, which was not sturdy by any means whatsoever. It was a very it's a very delicate set. Picking up and moving it, I always afraid it's going to fall apart on me, just fall in half. So did it again. I got another extra piece, 1x2. Gotta figure out where it goes really quick. It's tan, so there's only a few spots where we put tan on this build, so it shouldn't be too complicated to track down. Saying that, it could take me 1 minute, 2 minutes, 12 minutes. I see where it goes. I believe I see where it goes before I ever even get there. Sure. Yep, did I do that again? Mr. Under Overbite. Yep. Done it again. There we go. Got it fixed. So, all right. We are 2/3 of the way through the Indiana Jones Escape set. All right. Now we are moving on. We're sitting at 2 hours and 10 minutes. We're not terribly too far off my theoretical estimate of where we should be. Again, thank you everybody for sticking with me for the last couple hours. Should be able to get this done in the next hour. A lot of it depends on me not making any more, childish mistakes that I've been very good at making so far. But that doesn't mean I don't want you guys to keep asking questions. I like talking to you guys. Of all the live audiences I've had on YouTube so far, you're by far, the first. I know, bad dad joke. Sorry. I apologize. I don't mean it, but I apologize. Aye, mon capitán. Can you take my daughter to prom? I mean, I've met my daughter. Can you afford her? She's pricey. I mean, there's the limo, there's the real expensive dinner. I'm kidding. Of course, Braden, you may take my daughter to prom. It would be, would make me very happy for you to take her. But, you know, I want photos, of course. You're welcome. Be safe and have a good time. Gotta love Technic. There we go. All right. All right, let's take the gander. Three, that up. All right. Now we're getting to what I'm the most excited for. Obviously, I'm excited for the actual building of the fertility idol room and the pedestal. That's what I'm excited the most for. Hold on, what's wrong with me? Indy, I think he's in one of the last bags. When I was kind of looking at all the bags earlier, he looked like he was in one of the last ones, which makes the most sense because, you know, you save the best for last. And I haven't seen, I haven't had a good view or a good look at the new Indy figure, which has got the new hair piece molded in the hat. So when we unbag him and build him, that will be the first time I get to really see him too, because I have not built anything. And the old one, the old Indy, he didn't have hair. He just had a hat. So Indy and I had a lot more in common back then. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being bald. They only made so many perfect heads. The rest they put hair on. So y'all enjoy. I want to look at something real quick before I get too far along. Yep, I did forget to do that. No, that's not right. Whoop. Yeah, she is. Yeah, no comment. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Did I forget to do an entire step? Yeah, I did. I forgot to do an entire step. Whew. Sorry, guys. Can't take me anywhere. There. All right. Forgot to put one layer of tiles on. See, it's a good thing we were double checking our work early, right? Get all the way to the end. You're like, oh, I made a mistake. And you gotta go back and rebuild the whole thing. But easy to fix. Easy to fix. There we go. All fixed. So we got the next end of our diorama getting put together. Tomorrow I am streaming. If you want, I can give you my stream. Yeah, Brayden, go ahead and I'm not sure if you have an Instagram account, or if you don't, just go ahead and set me up in the comments here, and I would absolutely check out your stream. It would be my pleasure to support you also. You know, I enjoy supporting those who support me as well. Was it Bob Ross who said there's no mistakes, just happy little accidents? Bob Ross. Somebody wanna check that and see if that's a thing, or if I can steal that quote for myself. And adults make mistakes all the time building Lego. They're usually called parents. Used to have parents come in all the time with pieces that they just couldn't figure out how to get the build right, and they couldn't figure how to get this. And sometimes, it's complicated to do visual learning or visual building like this with no actual written words or instructions. I used to always use the fun thing, like somebody would come in with a set and you help them rebuild it, or find where they might have gone wrong with it. All right, coming together, coming together, stronger together. So if you're having a good time, remember to like and subscribe, and to tell others. You know anybody who would get a kick out of just watching somebody build, having a conversation, come and go. People come and go as much as they want to. There's no rule saying you have to stay the whole time. But if you do, it's appreciated. But, if what we're doing tonight is something you think that somebody else would enjoy, please let them know. I'd be happy to help grow the audience, more people to talk to. Get a nice big group conversation going. We all can share. Hit that notification bell. Exactly, Barbara. Awesome, Braden. Braden, what's your stream going to be about again? I don't think I saw. Yeah. So what are you going to be streaming about? Anything in particular? Number 14. So there are 14 stickers on this set overall. Well, 14 times 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 stickers on this because number one, there's 5 number ones. Okay. Cool. What time are you going to be streaming? Do you have a set time set, or is it just kind of a around this time kind of thing? Gotta build up those Lego, gotta build up those calluses on the fingers so that way your fingers don't get sore from all the small bricks. Does anybody else ever that? They suffer from the sore fingers? So video tomorrow night. Cool, cool, cool. Like it, like it, like it. Welcome. That's why you can only do a few bags. It does get tiresome. Like, finger fatigue is real when it comes to building. When I used to have to build a lot more for work, and we'd have to do a lot of tiles or pieces, we'd just like figure out every way we could to kind of work around finger fatigue, or your fingers would feel bruised after a few hours. But the real pros, we just push through. Just push through, push the pain down. Like professional athletes, the hockey players and the basketball players and baseball players, football players, sports hoop. How did I go? Okay, that just sets on top. Okay. So the pedestal will turn. So this little tip right here is where the idol will sit. And when you turn the gear, it'll lower the idol down, kind of like when Indy takes it, the sandbag sinks down, and that's what causes the temple to collapse. So the mechanism here on the back, I'm assuming right now, as when the pedestal's up, you turn the gear, it's going to lop with this piece, and that's going to cause the wall to collapse. So that's my theory. Outside looking in right now. Oh, I missed a piece. I missed another piece. Got it. So all the discolored tiles I'm putting down now, would look like a kind of a caramel color and the brown. I think one of these is supposed to represent the little pressure pads that when you walk through the temple at the end, when Satipo says that there's nothing to be afraid of, and Indy pushes down on one, it shoots the arrow. I wonder if that's what this is supposed to represent. So you're supposed to try and avoid those at all costs, so you don't get shot with an arrow. Yep. Best part ever is to be able to build a Lego set, but you're not financially responsible for it. It's like, this is great. Here you go. You can have it now. All right. So getting closer. It's only got bag 9 has 2 bags, and then there's bag 10, which has 1. And that's the finish line, guys. We are almost there. Now I know if I were to play the Indiana Jones theme, I'd get demonetized. So that's not gonna happen. So if you know it, go ahead and hum it along in your head, and just pretend. Another sticker. Sticker number 4. Another sticker. Sticker. Leaf. So that's cool. So right here, you see the little openings. That would represent where the arrows would shoot out, like the actual shooting out arrows from the scene. So it's cool how they actually made like little openings. So if you were to trigger the pad, it looks like it would shoot out of it. So again, very cool. Oh, that's a way better pedestal than the old one. Actually, so the pedestal, as you can see, oops, you can't see anything. So you can see the circle, and then the pedestal piece right here. So when you turn that gear, it will lower down, just like in the movie. That pedestal lowers down. So that is really cool so far. So cool. All right, where are we at now? There. Anybody ever watch like Expedition Unknown with Josh Gates on the Discovery Channel, or reruns on Hulu or anything like that? Does anybody ever watch him? He's basically, he feels like a modern day Indiana Jones. He's a archaeologist, TV host. Really cool. Seems like a cool guy. And a lot of the indie stuff always feels like it's an inspiration when you watch him. You feel like you see indie like in live action in him. I always feel like that's really cool. Oopsie. Now, a slight boo-boo. We'll just have to fix really quick. See, you got to make mistakes occasionally. That way you get better at fixing them. There. That was easy. Just 2 pieces. All right, so she's coming together. To the pedestal. All right. Bag numero 9. You like the skulls, Sadie, on the little turn gears? So my next live build, I am thinking about doing maybe 1 or 2 of the helmet series in lieu of Star Wars. And since it's going to be the last one, might be the last one I do before May the 4th, I'm going to do the Leia Bausch helmet, which is this one. So this will be the next one I do in honor of 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, which is this year. So that's a special helmet to do. So that'll be my next build, most likely next Thursday, same time, probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'll be posting on my Instagram account, DarthBricks42, same as your streaming channel. So if you haven't already, go ahead and follow me for more news and updates. Yeah, the helmet series are great. I've got all of them so far. I've got, I did a variation build from Rebrickable on Darth Vader. So he's the battle damaged Vader from the Obi-Wan series. So I've got both versions, but this took like an additional 60 pieces. I got the instructions from a guy on Rebrickable, and it's absolutely worth it. It takes that helmet to a whole nother degree of just how cool it looks. Okay, so we're gonna start with a right angle, a couple of studs. Does anybody have any favorites in the helmet series so far? Any ones that they've gotten and collected, or that they're wild about? Next sticker, sticker number 6. I'll give them props. I understand that why Lego had to put these as stickers because there's so many, and printing one tile with a certain face, like it's so many. So the fact that they're stickers meant that they could do so many more tiles or so many more faces instead of them all being the same generic face over and over and over again throughout the set. They were able to spice it up, break it up, and give us a larger selection, which that's good. I'd rather have them be stickers and have the selection than all the tiles be the same, and it just feel a little more generic. Yeah, I got Mjolnir right there. So Mjolnir is beautiful. It's a beautiful set. Proportions are a little off on the hammer to the handle, but I love that set completely. I think it's fantastic. Elena, what's your favorite car that you've built or that you want to build that you haven't gotten yet? I don't know. Say that you love the BrickHeads. You have a favorite BrickHead? Have you seen the 5-pack of BrickHeads coming out for May 4th, the anniversary BrickHead set? It's going to have R2, Luke, an Ewok Wicket, Leia in her Endor outfit, and Lando, General Calrissian. That'll be coming out for May 4th, available from Lego on May 1st, I believe. That'll be, I want to say $40. You're getting 5 figures for $40. It's not bad. 2 of them are small, so it kind of averages out to about 4 full-size figures at $10 a piece. That's about price point accuracy for them. I don't get to use these outside of like a Technic car set very often, or one of the other cars. Yeah, I have the stand for it as well. I just mine's down on the floor. I just set it on the shelf for sizing purposes. I saw a guy on Etsy. He makes a little bracket so you can actually mount it on your wall. It holds onto the handle, so you can mount it on the wall instead of having it in the stand or whatever. So it kind of looks good if you wanted to mount it a different way. Well, they're up at lego.com, so internet's at your fingertips if you want to check them out. They're definitely a cool item to see, especially for anybody. It's the first time they've built R2 in a BrickHead officially. So if you're a BrickHeads fan and you love R2D2, then you can't go wrong. And of course, gotta love some Billy D. Williams. Everybody loves General Calrissian. Porsche convertible. That's a very cool set. I've often thought about rebuilding mine because there's you can get the instructions from Rebrickable to turn that exact Porsche 911 into a white Lamborghini. I think it's the Countach Lamborghini. Which Lamborghini versions aren't my strong point, but I'm pretty sure it's the. I don't think it's the Diablo. I think it's the Countach from like the 90s. All right. You really want the Jack and Sally brickheads. Yeah, those are retired now, and those are buco dollars, but they have announced, Lego has announced that they will be doing the Halloween Town. It's like the town square, so you're gonna get the fountain. I think you get the mayor's, the podium where the mayor was at. I'm not sure if that's the city hall, but you get Jack's house, and I think you get the little hill with the circle. That's going to be coming as a Lego Ideas set that got approved, and then the committee of said they're going to be making that one into a set. So that will be coming most likely Halloween time next year, because this year we're supposed to be getting the Hocus Pocus house for Halloween, but that's going to be that Jack and Sally one. That'll be very popular when it comes out. I've got the Jack and Sally brickheads. I've got the brickheads, and then I've also got the minifigures from the CMS or Mystery Minifigure Series. Mystery Minifigure Series. Yeah, the Mystery Minifigure Series that came out for Disney a couple years ago. Not the most recent one, but the previous one. Which Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my all-time favorite movies. All right, next sticker, number 9. This one kind of looks like a face with the sun behind it. He's got the sun rays kind of going around his head. It's kind of cool. It's cool. Coming together, ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghouls. Number 8. This guy looks like he's had too much to eat. Sticking his tongue out like, ugh, no more. He's got a massive underbite, though. He's got those 2 little fangs sticking up. All right. I mean, it's starting to come together a lot more. You can see it. See all the little faces that shoot out the darts. This one kind of looks like a space mask. This one might have a little bit of that Ancient Aliens motif or flare going. It's kind of like a space helmet. I know they're a little harder to see. I'm sorry. Might upgrade the camera in the future. Right now, I'm borrowing my nephew's. Big thanks to my nephew Anthony for letting me borrow his camera while I do this for fun, and his microphone. That way I could, kind of keep the overhead down. Just see how I like it. So thank him for that. All right, and this one's fun. This one is just a straight minifigure head as one of the stone faces in the temple. Gotta love it when they throw a little fun Easter egg like that in. Like if you look at the, if you actually watch the movie Raiders, and when they're doing they're taking the Ark of the Covenant out, they're lifting up the big stone. If you look into the background, there's a hieroglyphic of R2D2 and C3PO on the wall. It's one of those really cool Easter eggs that, just tell you that those guys get into everything. It is very well detailed. That's why I'm giving this one a pass on stickers. I don't like stickers, but the stickers they're a necessary evil so we can get all the different details in the face, all the different stone faces. Because if it was just printed bricks, Lego would have done printed bricks, they just would have done one face. And all the faces would be the same. And that just wouldn't be any fun. Wouldn't be as much fun. Kind of botched this one. All right, there. I messed that one up, but I fixed it. Oh my God. Hey, that's awesome. Love The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's the best. And it's got the most government line ever. I'm only an elected official. I can't make decisions on my own. That ain't art imitating life. I don't know what is. All right. Not quite yet, Jason. Though I will challenge you to finish faster. This area of the set is extremely detailed. I mean, this has been a very detailed set so far. I really got to give props to Lego on this particular design because it has just been chocked full of really good detail from start to finish. Fun little Easter eggs. Fun little functional devices. The fact that it works, like the traps and stuff in some areas actually work, is very impressive to me. Phrasing, exactly. Well, for those of you who are just kind of jumping in and out, welcome. We are on bag 9 of the Indiana Jones set. Golden Idol Escape. I know it's not the name of the set, but it's what I just called it. Yes, remember at the end, I'm going to compare the original to the new version. So you'll be able to see a 1-to-1 comparison. And if you are just joining us, remember to like and subscribe. And this is something that you're down with. Set the notification reminder, and tell your friends. I am not. Name does not ring a bell. I'll be honest, I'm kind of terrible with names at times. I forget a lot of things. Thank you, Braden, for joining us. I look forward to checking out your stream tomorrow. Thank you for sticking around. We are going on to bag 10. As you can see, we're getting into the final details of the idol room. You can always check us out. The video will be uploaded onto the channel. So if you want to, when you come back, skip to the end so you can see the comparison. You're more than welcome to. But thanks for streaming with us. Okay. So I got 2 Indy hats with the hair. So I wonder if the other sets are like that as well. I'll have to check it out and let you know. But I mean, there's only 1 Indy figure. I got 2 whips. That's always cool. A lot of the Indy stuff is always very exclusive to just him. So it's always cool to get extra swag for free. Who doesn't like free stuff? All right. All right. Indy is his classic jacket with pants with holster. Sorry, the camera's not super focused. Back, he's got, more printing, but then he's also got the 2 phases, one with the cobwebs for when he's running out of the temple, and then the one for the regular face as well. And I wasn't sure how I feel about the hair with the molded hair and the hat, but it looks really good. It does look really nice. And the fact that I got a second one for free makes me even happier. So, free stuff, woo! We got Indy's bag of sand that he's going to use to try and get the idol swapped out. So here we go, classic Indy. All right, here we go. Last bag, home stretch. And then we'll do our comparison. It's a big rubber band. That's all that was in that box. All right. And then we got the light brick, of course. Those are always cool. Don't last super, super long. All right, we got our last 2 stickers to put on. Last 2 faces for the panels. All right, goodbye sticker sheet. Yeah, so they did make a few updates. I'll show you on the minifigures when I do the comparison. I will show you how the different figs look in comparison to the new and old. They definitely did a lot more differences as far as the actual minifigures. Like when we got our old line, we really just got like a couple of figs and that was it. Most of the figs look pretty similar, but this line actually looks a lot better because it's more customized and specific to the movies a lot better. Like they actually printed the torsos a lot better than they did last time. All right, so we got to pull a little stop tab out. If you don't do that, it doesn't work. But then it, light brick, so good times. All right, that goes in the back. So what I should do, I should reach out to Fusion Bricks and see if he offers a replacement for the button cell batteries for Lego. He does he'll make button cell battery replacement hardwires for Hot Toys and like statues and stuff like that. I've gotten some stuff from him because I hate having to turn everything on manually. But yeah, I should check to see if he offers anything for the button cell. So that way I can just figure out a way to have it turn on and turn off with a switch instead of having to push the button. Make it all home automated. Interesting. Looking forward to seeing how this all comes together. That's just the fun part. It's just taking a pile of pieces and seeing what it turns into. So this is getting interesting looking how they have the light brick set up and functionality around it. Not sure how it's all coming together, but it's pretty cool so far. Of course, we got the gold fertility idol. Looks to be the exact same one they made in the first one. Okay. Well, stop trying to figure it out and just keep building. Day was good. I had offices I went and visited today and set up some meetings and lunches and, you know, the fun stuff of life. What about you, Sadie? How was your day? This is all right. It's good. Sometimes no news is good news. So this feels kind of weird. They've got us building the set kind of backwards. Like the image I'm looking at, the instructions is the back of the set. So you guys are seeing the front, and I'm building from the back, and that's how it's actually telling me to build. So it feels a little weird because it's like put these pieces on, but then these pieces are facing forward. So usually you feel like you're supposed to be looking at those as you go, and so it feels backwards a small bit. If that makes sense to anybody besides myself. Sorry, first world problem. Getting bricks stuck to my arms. Almost there. I think I figured out where that rubber band goes. Yep. The rubber band goes on the backside here to create tension for when you turn the lever. So that way it's more of a snap instead of a loose turn gear. How are my fingers? They're all right. What about doing a joint bill with my wife? I mean, I'd do a build if she wanted to. Iggy free set? What's the Iggy free set? Eiffel Tower joint build, 2-hour limit. Hey, anything you want to buy, I'll build. That Eiffel Tower is taller than my wife. Yes, that would be the rule. If you build with me on stream, you're responsible for building the minifigures. And I'd make sure we got a set that had, like, I don't know, 40 of them. Just stop by and borrow one from a Lego store. You're like, can I borrow this for 2 hours? And all right, this is gonna sound weird, but I got the I Dream of Jeannie theme stuck in my head. Anybody else suffering from that problem? No, just me. Sadie, you're too young. Be quiet. Only me. Well, Good to be in such weird company. Come on, there you go. Snip together. The use of the I think this is sand green and kind of the turquoise sand blue look really nice for right now. We're building like the top of the statue. Can't really see the colors too great, but it's got that same like sand green and teal look that we've been seeing in the decoration throughout the set. All right, let's take a look and see if we got him done properly. I think so. Yep. I was normal once. It was horrible. Worst 15 minutes of my life. Oh. I can follow instructions. All right. It's contagious. That actually looks really cool. It all comes together to make that face. All right. So those axle rod pieces are tie rods that we connected a little bit ago. They connect to the face. And then let's pull it back through. All right, there we go. Okay. Where do these attach? Okay. Okay. So these attach together. You put a stick through. Okay. So it comes up and attaches as well. Okay. So the sorry, talking to myself. All right. So the face that goes here. So when you turn the gear and it lowers that, you can pop the face out, and all these chains hold it together. But that's so the temple can fall apart, and you just push it back in place. But you can see all the chains are connected to each other back here, and there's a little stick, like a little Lego rod, wood-looking stick that goes through the chains to make it look more, you know, ancient. So that's clever. Like the I like the usage on that. All right, I got the oohs. Where are the ahs? Yeah, this engineering on this set has actually been fantastic. I'm actually much more impressed than I thought I was going to be. I knew I was going to be impressed because I was hoping that they were really going to knock this set out of the park, because this is like the flagship set for the Indiana Jones line. It's one of the most well-known scenes in all cinema. It gets even more clever. Let's see. So there's they added a whole nother Technic rod right here with another tie rod to go to the back of this top piece, which is where the light's at. So when you turn the gear, it activates the light. And when you let go, it's like all you have to do is just give it a little turn, and it activates the light shining down on the idol. And then when you do and then when you replace the idol, it sinks down, and then boom, the temple starts to fall apart. Like that's pretty cool. That's pretty clever engineering. I mean, there's nothing more you can say other than that's amazing. Amazing job, Lego. This one, absolutely great set. Absolutely worth its value. What we pay for it. This is a great set. This set is worth every penny of what they retailed it at. All right, here we go. We're connecting all three of the diorama sections together. Got some, make it sort of sturdy. And like I was saying earlier, this set is very sturdy. How they designed the sections to all interlock together. It's very sturdy. It's a very sturdy build. And then this gray one goes. Okay. All right, that's it. That's the set. So this, sweet. All right, grab the piece. All right, so the Temple of the Golden Idol. We'll go over all that functionality. And so, the boulder, when you turn the gear, the boulder rolls down. Turn the gear, you roll the boulder back up. This one raises the wall, the lowering wall, so Indy doesn't get trapped. This one's the swing, so you can have them swinging back and forth. And then this one lights up the idol, and then lowers the idol down and collapses the wall like it does in the film. Which it's absolutely excellent engineering on Lego's part. It's a wonderful looking set. It has functionality. I'll let you guys see the back of it as well. So here's all the back Technic pieces and the gears and the levers and the things that give it action. But this is an absolute amazing set. Retail on this one is I think 150, 160. And I'll look at the original retail price on the original one real quick. So the original, like this set is over 1,500 pieces. The new one, the original was 554 pieces. Not super big. Let's see if they'll tell me on this site. No, that won't tell me. Brickset will tell me. So this set originally, when it retailed back, a lot more as well. So let me go original and bring it over. So this set is very, it's very delicate, so it scares me to move it around a lot. So the Escape, size-wise, it's longer by a little bit, but you can see it's much less detail-oriented. You've got the entrance, you go through, you got the boulder, which just rolls down, so it's this old school just plastic boulder that just sets here. You've got the swing trap, which is the spikes, the same original one that we've got in the new set, but it's just held in place with a Technic rod. I'm going to hold this up to see if I can keep it from breaking. See, it's already falling apart. So you pull out this rod right here, and these swing. That's supposed to be the spikes that when you move into the daylight. You've got the moving wall here as well. It's going to be a little harder to see, but it's right underneath the spider web. And you just are supposed to move it up manually, really. There's not really a mechanism. There's a mechanism right here that holds it in place. So when you pull it, it just drops the wall. Where this one, it's got the moving gears that actually open the wall, close the wall, move the boulder, roll the boulder. Then it's got the swing, but the swing is just open right here. So you can just fall through. The pads, which you saw the little tiles here, those indicate the sensor or the pressure pads that shoot the arrows. That's all represented right here with these tiles. And they've got the little arrows, but you're supposed to just go like that, and it fires the arrows out. But you can see these arrows are these giant spears. They're much different in scale. And you come over here to the idle, and I actually modify it a little bit. It was just it's just a Technic rod that used to just sit there with the idle on it. And then it's got these two little boulders, and then the face right here as well that you brick build, which it's nice. But it's a much different looking set. It's much more flimsy. These are just a large Technic plate or a large brick plate that has a Technic connector pin. So as you see, you can just pop it apart, and that's all that holds it together is that pin. This thing is sturdy, like solid, where every time I need to move this thing, it terrifies me it's going to fall apart or break or shatter. But a big difference from this set to this set was this one came with the biplane and Jacques. It came with the original, like the Getaway. It doesn't mean anything to me. I'd rather actually have more detail in my set than have the biplane. That was such a weird scene in the movie because we've seen it. He's far away. He's yelling. He's in a jungle. He's in a clearing. He's jumping into the river. It's people behind him. It's just the scene's very awkward. But the biplane's cool. The seaplane's cool. I'd rather have more detail here. I'd rather have something like this with these minifigures, the new Indy and everybody. The original characters that came in the set were these four here. Well, there was supposed to be more. These are the only four ones I held. So you've got Jacques. You've got the original Satipo, you've got Indy with the Idol, and you've got Belloc. So these ones came with this original set. But I think the ones that they came out with this new set, it's pretty fantastic. And you know, this one is definitely an upgrade size-wise. You know, being able to stay together. Like, you know, I can pick this up, and I'm not terrified it's going to fall apart. Like, I'm just holding this with just a couple fingers. So this thing is way better functionality. Thank you, Sadie. I appreciate the support. It really does look great. I mean, I think they nailed the functionality with all the parts, all the moving pieces. You know, this was cool for what it was back in the day. But this made the perfect evolutionary jump to this set. You know, they did a way better job designing and locking this one together. Like I said, it's just all the pieces, all the technique, all the design. You know, they've really showed where they've come and where they've come from to where they can go future sets. So these bigger, more expensive sets are fantastic. So I definitely recommend, if you're a fan, to pick this guy up. Even if you don't pick up the other sets, it's cool. I've got the other sets. Maybe we'll build them on another day. I'll do another stream. If you guys want to see that, let me know. It's the Temple Escape, and it's the fighter plane chase from Last Crusade. So I've got both of those sets as well. But no, next week we'll do the helmet. Maybe if we have more time, if we have enough time, if it goes quick, we'll do one of the Indy sets as well for fun. But thank you guys so much for, you know, staying with me. 3.5 hours. I know is a long time to watch somebody and, you know, to talk, but I appreciate everybody coming out. Appreciate the love and support, the conversation, and I look forward to next Thursday. And remember, like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at DarthBricks42. Subscribe to this channel for notifications as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys again in the comments line next Thursday. Thank you very much. You guys have a good one. Thanks. And remember, build what you like.